Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing what you don't see about yourself that others admire. And we have here three beautiful piles. Pile number 1 with the lighter, pile number 2 with the bracelet, and pile number 3 with the pen. Please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for the viewers that picked pile number 1 with the lighter, what do other people admire about you that you don't see yourself? You know, this is such a tongue twister type of topic, so please, you know, just help me out, guys. I mean, I don't even know how you guys can help me. Like, I'm just chatting right now. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my jumbo deck. Oh, I meant to have patience with me. That's what I meant to say. Okay, I meant to say that. So let's get into this reading. I even had to write down the topic because I knew I was gonna forget. Okay, so what does my pile don't see about themselves that others admire? What you don't see about yourself that other people admire? Let's get it in. Let's get it in with my jumbo tarot. Oh hell no. They all fell. And I just wanted one card, so I'm not picking that up. I'm fucked up. Okay. What do they don't see themselves? Let's go. The 9 of Swords. You see, pile number 1, this is the time of the day where I get a card and I'm not sure what to say because I don't want to come off crazy or whatever, but I just feel like what other people admire of you is your strength. For real, I just feel like people say, shit, if I've been through the things that pile number 1 been through, I would have probably not been on this earth anymore. Like, I don't know what I would do with myself. For real, with the Wheel of Fortune at the end, it's the way that you adapt to changes, pile number 1. I feel like you've been through a lot in your life. And this can be like all avenues, like in relationships, with your family, the way you grew up, the way your mom took care of you, whatever, you know, went on in your life as a child. Randy, can you do me a favor? Come. Turn on that light for me. Okay, good. Thank you.
Lock it.
I was getting spooked out. So, yeah, I don't like it to be a little dark because it's nighttime, guys. You know I don't play about that. You know I don't play about that scary shit. So, yeah, basically, I just feel like people admire you for your strength. And I feel like you might think you're weak. You might think, shit, I've been literally thinking about these things that happened to me over and over again. When am I going to get over these things? When am I going to finally move on with my life? When am I finally going to meet real people? When I'm going to finally da-da-da-da? Like, you feel like your life is just like circling disaster. And people admire you for even still standing, still being in your part and like in your power, still having a big heart, being kind to other people. You know, because some situations just lead people to be extremely big assholes. And you're not one of them. And I feel like that's what people admire you. Let's get into the reading more, though. Because, you know, these cards was a little weird. But weird funny. Okay. Page of Cups. Thank you. 6 of Cups. Okay, I knew you guys were like a nice giving person. And then we have here the King of Wands. Extremely creative. I feel like you might feel like you have no ideas, like you're not creative. Okay, you might not be creative in your career, but there's different areas in your life where you show creativity. Whether it's like you have like when you work, you have like great job ideas. I don't know, if you're a teacher, you have like great ideas how to decorate your class, decorate your home. You're just creative. Creative in your home, creative in your garden, creative doing what you do, creative in writing. You're creative in some aspect in your life. And I feel like you don't give yourself as much like, what's that called? You don't give yourself as much like applauses. Like, you don't really lift yourself as much as you should. because of these gifts. But definitely giving. I feel like people admire your authenticity. They admire how real you are, to be honest, and how real you can be to others. Although, you know, the things you've gone through should have not make you who you are. But, you know, it confuses people. Yeah, people feel like you're very humanitarian. Maybe like even too nice. Okay, pile number one, that's probably something that you don't see about yourself that others admire, because other people are like, hell no, I would never take care of this. I would never take care of my elderly grandparents, whatever it is, or my, you know, whatever it is, guys, for you guys. They just feel like you're very humanitarian. You just love giving. They feel like you giving is like who you are as a person. I'm not saying you're a people pleaser, but I feel like you might have tendencies of people pleasing, and people kind of admire you for it. Although it's a little bit draining. I feel that because my neck is hurting. I feel like it's a little bit draining for you. But other people admire that because you're like, damn, pile number one, they're really nice. Okay? Just because they admire that doesn't mean that you should always be a people pleaser, though. Learn how to say no, pile one. Wherever the start, okay, again, creative. So people admire your creativity, the way you can style anything, the way that you can put on anything and look good, the way you just can come up with things, decorations. You're just real creative. Two of Pentacles, and then we have here the Two of Cups. People admire how you can be good in a lot of different things in your life. I feel like you have like a lot of different hobbies, or you're juggling a lot of responsibilities, or, you know, you're just the type of person that you will carry on other people's burdens, but people that you love. So people admire how great of a person you are to the people around you. You might feel like you're being taken for granted from those around you by doing favors and everything, but people around you actually see what you do for other people, and they admire you for it. Again, pile number one, if you want to change that, you could. But hey, people admire you for being a nice person. With the Two of Cups, people also admire you for being like a good wife, a good husband, somebody that's a good partner to their partner. Maybe you're very caring and you take care of your partner. That's for some of my people that are in relationships. But if not, people admire how you treat your partners. Maybe people that you date, or the way you even interact with people you don't know. People admire that because people feel like you're not the type of people that try to find something wrong with somebody. Like, you give people chances, even people that you haven't met. Like, you give them chances. You're nice. You know, you never met those type of people that they're super freaking cold and you don't even know them. Like, damn, you don't even know me and you already have something against me that's like unfamiliar. That's the energy that I get, that you're not that. You're not. You're not. But you're really like charismatic. I feel like if I meet you, pile number one, we're gonna have a good conversation because you are nice. People also admire how confident you are in your body. I feel like you might have like a distinguished type of body type, maybe like super slim or like super thick, or, you know, you might be in the bigger side, whatever. But people feel like you're super confident in the way you dress and everything. And, you know, you might not have like the most perfect body, but it's like pile one, to them, the way you style yourself and the way you carry yourself, it seems perfect. It seems as if you're like, you've accepted yourself. Like, and that's the thing. When you accept yourself and you're confident in who you really are, you look good in anything. For real, for real. It's the walk. It's the talk, baby. It's not even the name brands or none of that. Like, it's literally the way you carry yourself. So, yeah, people feel like you really are beautiful. I feel like a lot of you guys don't know how handsome or beautiful you are as well. So that's what people admire. I feel like you just have like this sort of like humbleness to you, but really pretty in the face, really cute in the face, really hot in the face. Because, you know, a lot of people prefer different type of things. Prefer different types of compliments. My bad. So let's see here. What do others admire of my pile number 1 that they do not see for themselves? So 5 of swords, 7 of swords, never mind. 7 of swords, because these cards look alike. 7 of swords. Then we have here the page of swords, and then we have here the 5 of cups. So I don't see this 7 of swords being you. Again, pile number 1. I feel like people admire you for the way that you handle people that take advantage of you. People admire that. People feel like you move like a boss. You move like a classy person. Like, you know, they're lost. Hey, they're lost, not mine. It's pile number 1. That's like the energy that you give off. I feel like you're like a silent cutter. Like, you get away from people silently. Like, you don't have to make a big old scene before you leave somebody's life or slam the door. You know, you just like silently leave, and that's it. And I feel like those are the ones that hurt the most, pile 1. So yeah, like through the disappointments with the page of swords, it's like you seem to look like you, of course you seem disappointed, but it's like you still overcome it, and people admire that. People admire a strong, I don't give a fuck type of person. You know, you want to be fake, your fault. You want to be a I was about to say a loser, but whatever it is, like, listen, if people disappoint you in any aspect of your life, I feel like you act more like if it's their loss. You might be destroyed inside, pile number 1, but others see it as if you're moving forward, you're leveling up, you realize your worth. You know, sometimes we look better when we cut people off. I literally had to learn that, like, what, a couple days ago. I don't know. I just feel like there's some sort of like putting respect on your name when you cut people off that have to be cut, because it's like, bro, you're giving yourself that worth, that value. You get what I'm saying? Like, what happens to people when they perform really poorly at jobs? They get fired. That should be the rule in people's lives as well. When people perform poorly in your life and don't show you that they love you, they should be fired. Okay, so I had to fire a couple people this year, but you know what? We're still strong. We're still strong and working. Pile number 1, you're amazing. I really love your energy. I feel like you're so goofy in a way, but it's like you don't even try to be goofy, and maybe that's what people admire. You're like, your humor about it. I don't know. It's a lot of humor in this pile though, but as well as your humor, I sense heartache, I sense loneliness, I sense somebody trying to escape their emotions, somebody trying to escape their mind. Pile number 1, you got this. You freaking got this. You're here, okay? You're a boss, okay? All right. Let's see what people admire you, what you don't see about yourself that people admire you. Okay, da da da. Freaking topic is so tongue twistedy. Okay, the unending sadness of looking back. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ! Wasn't I just saying this? Like, wow, guys! Like, everything I just said is coming in this card again. Endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. Okay, so others admire your willingness to move forward. It's just, I feel like right when you look like you're doing bad is when you're doing your best. We have here, heed wise counsel, listen. So people also admire how you're a good listener. I feel like you are the type of person that everybody or anybody can talk to, because you're such a great listener. You're not quick to give opinions. You're not quick to like be like, oh, da da da. You're just a good listener. But if you are quick to give advice or whatever, I feel like it's always positive. It's always like something about thinking more positively and just being better, and then inspiring people around you to do better and be better. The gift of sacred sight. Oh my God, I got this card earlier because I asked a question about my life, and I got this. People admire the way that you trust yourself, how you trust your intuition, how you trust yourself. Like, somebody can tell you, yeah, that career is not good, and you're gonna keep doing it. Like, you're just gonna go do it because, you know, it's like my friend from last night. I was telling her to, you know, that some shades that she had, it was just not appealing at all. So I told her, you know, you look like somebody's uncle. I just love you. I just had to tell you that. And they didn't listen to me. They didn't fucking listen. They wore the fucking glasses. and they was just having a blast with them shades. And I kind of was feeling embarrassed for her, but I had this like feeling of like kind of like admiring her, admiring the fact that she didn't care what I had to say. She doesn't care about what anybody has to say about them glasses. She's gonna rock them and she's gonna have a fun time with it. And that's you. I feel like you were my friend from yesterday. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, I'm that blunt tea type of friend. Hey, if something don't look right to me, funky, weird, I'm gonna let you know. But if you're gonna rock it, then go ahead, girl. I'm not gonna put you in handcuffs. But listen, I admire it. Like I was, as I said, I was, laughing a bit, but I kind of like deep down had like admiration for her, because I'm like, wow, you let somebody like me tell you something was fugly and you still rocked it like it was the best glasses in the world. So I admire her for that. Shout out to her. I like people with personality, opinions are like assholes. We all have them. Believe me, guys. I'm not the saint Jayleen, but hey, it feels good to be a little bit real with you guys. So yeah, you're like that person that just doesn't have an ear for people. Like, you just do what you gotta do. If your parents are like, that career that you're chasing after brings no money, you're the one that's gonna bring the money, okay? Whatever that career gives you, you're gonna bring that money. You're just that type of person. People tell you, color your house purple instead. Doing pink, that's it. Made up my mind. Doing green, whatever. So yeah, somebody that's very, into their own style, into their own things. And people admire that. People feel like you have a mind of your own. You're not a copycat. Yeah. You might think, oh, well, I'm kind of basic. You're not. People feel like you are extremely, extremely different. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. The High Priestess. Hello. See, the High Priestess gives me somebody that trusts their gut. They trust how they feel about things. They trust their emotions. They just trust themselves. Okay? And I feel like people admire that. When you have hinges of people, like you'll be the type of person where you feel weird about the one person in the room that everybody loves. And you're that type of person that you will point it out. Or you would just stay away. And then you'll be like, yup, I was right. You'll trust, like, you're not easily like the person to follow the crowd. And I feel like people admire you for that, because they feel like they wouldn't even have the balls to be an outsider, to go a different path, to go cross the street. Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So I feel like you also are a hard worker. You're such a hard worker. I feel like a lot of you guys probably had 2 jobs at the same time. Were at risk of being homeless. You just went through a lot of things when it came to financial success. And I feel like people admire how you just keep going. How you look like these issues never had a toll on you. Like it never bothered you. And we have here the Four of Wands. Thank you. The stability that you have now. People admire you for how far you came in your life, pile number 1. And you might not even see that, because you're so hard on yourself. You want to keep leveling up and get another house and move up the ladder and get a raise and that you don't stop and think about the progress you made. How 5 years ago you would have freaking wished you were where you at now. You know what I'm saying? So people admire, your growth. Let's see here. What do others admire about my pile that they don't see? We got here, holding on way too tight. I get the sense here, the same thing that I was saying. People feel like you hold on tightly to what you think and your ideas. Like, you can be a bit stubborn and, but they admire it because you're not easily persuaded. You're not easily fooled. Healing from a heartache. Okay, so people admire how you healed from a heartache. What comes around, people... Pile number 1. Some people admire how you put hexes on people that fuck with you. Listen. I got nothing against that. But that to me was super freaking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just bad funny to me. Like, Father Wood, if you out here hexing people that did you dirty, it's working. Yo, I can't laugh. All right. But people admire how you just put a band-aid on it and you just keep moving. You keep moving forward. You keep believing what's done at the end. Because at the end of the day, yes, it hurt you, it broke you, but what's meant for you will stick through, okay, pile number one? And I feel like you've come to the conclusion of that with multiple like scenarios in your life, like love, friends, family, people in your life that, you know, struggle to make you a priority or even show you love. And people around you have noticed that and seen that and seen you get left out in the cold and have seen you gone through situations. And it's just admirable how you continue to love on yourself and love on others and be who you really are. And just put a hex and move forward. I don't know. That's for some of you guys that relate to that. Because I did get the High Priestess. Some of you guys might be tarot readers. Not all, but some. Yeah. Big admiration for pulling through. And I keep hearing like that music in the background. So it's like you just keep living life like nothing, like absolutely nothing happens. I feel like I'm gonna have to stop making videos at night because I'm by the window in the backyard. It's a little dark and I just keep seeing stuff like flashes and stuff. Do not bother me, guys. Not today. Page of Needles. So very admirable how you were able to pull through a lot of the toxic situations. Part number one, like, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all have dealt with the fakest of the fakest, the toxic of the narcissistic and the trashiest people ever in the world. And it's like so admirable to have a person like you that's so freaking real. And that's what people admire of you, your realness. How you're so down to earth, humble, kind, genuine. It's like you've been in every type of situation, so you don't judge people. We got the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have here the Ace of, oh my God, the Ace of Cups. So people admire you for being so responsible in your life as well. I feel like a lot of you guys are you guys have like structured lifestyles. You're very responsible with yourself, your kids, your house, your apartment, wherever you at, even schoolwork. You're very responsible with your things. And I feel like people admire that because I feel like some people are like, damn, I wish I had that type of sense of, you know, responsibility or like neatness. Yeah, I heard a lot of you guys are very neat, like very like clean freaks, very neat. Everything is clean, everything is nice and tidy, whatever. And people just admire that. People admire how clean and organized you are. Maybe you have like books like in like an alphabetical order, like color orders, whatever. You just got something organized in your life. And people admire that. People are like, damn, I wish I was that organized or responsible. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself that others admire? We have here the Two of Swords in reverse, Page of Wands, and then the Death in reverse. So I have this sense here that like people admire, again, your sense of being authentic, of being yourself. I feel like people feel like you be yourself. You know those type of people that when you're around a group of people, they're different. And when they're around you, they're different. And then when they're around men, they're different. And when they're around women, they're different. Like, people that have, like, these multiple freaking personalities around different groups of people, you don't show that. You're so, like, authentic and real and humble and always stay in tune with your personality. And people admire that. People admire your realness and how fair you are. You're, like, a person that you're so fair. And you treat people... You treat all people the same. People also admire the transformation in your life when it comes to your self-love and, you know, who you are as a person. People admire that because not a lot of people can stand the way that you stood throughout your journey, pile number one. I feel like you're still in this journey of self-discovery and, you know, self-improvement and healing. But I just feel like it seems as if you got your life together. It does. And I feel like people admire that. With the Moonology, balance, spirituality, and practicality. So they love the balance that you have. I told you guys, you're so organized. You look like your life is balanced. And people admire that. You might not see it yourself. You might think you're a hot freaking mess. But, you know, best advice, don't be so hard on yourself, guys. You're amazing. And full moon in Pisces, it says here. So people like how sensitive you are and how you can relate to, you're so empathetic. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you guys earlier that people feel like they can have a conversation with you. It feels like you're so empathetic. Like, you sympathize with other people, and people love that. Yo, bro, if I tell y'all the amount of people that act super cold, that is so distasteful. Like, I understand people go through a lot of crazy situations, but it's so distasteful to me when humans cannot have basic empathy for other human beings. Like, that to me is just super, super weird. But this is something that you don't lack, obviously. And this is what other people admire about you, that even throughout the coldness that you're still warm-hearted, you're still nice and genuine. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. Let's find out with this little bracelet. And I'm gonna begin with my jumbo deck, okay? Period. We love us a big tarot deck. My first deck in the whole wide world, and I'm not gonna stop saying that story because it's true. This was my first deck ever. First deck ever. Gotta show it a little bit of respect here and there. 4 swords. Okay, pile 2. So, you know, what you don't see about yourself is that you have such a calm energy. You're like the quiet person in the room, the shy, and people admire that. I feel like you might think that you're not like as social, like you wish you were more extroverted. Like, people love you for who you are. Like, a listener, a good listener, somebody to count on, just somebody that is not cocky, like, you know, obnoxious with their words. Like, you're so, you know, can't relate, but you're so like quiet and peaceful and just calm. I feel like people always have like a relaxed and good time with you. I don't know if you have like a really cozy home, cozy like couch, whatever the hell you got. But I also get the sense of welcoming because, you know, this guy just opened that door again. So it's just like, it feels like you're so welcoming. Like, you open the door for everybody in your life. Like, you just, like, somebody that'll just be like, come over. You're sad, come over. You feel like this, come over. Like, and I love that. We all need a person like you, pal, too. You know, somebody that is empathetic as well. Somebody that is calm. I feel like you're like a Gemini. I've met Geminis that are super quiet, but when they say something, it's always fucking funny or it makes sense. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini, but like, I'm dating a Gemini too. And I've noticed that like, we're both Geminis and Scorpio risings. And I feel like he's like more quiet than I am. Like, I am a freaking parrot. I'm a fucking radio. Like, I'm just, he's like, he barely speaks. But then when he does, it's either something funny or something that makes sense. Like, just, he doesn't talk to talk. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like you're that type of person. Like, you just don't talk to talk. Like, you say important things. When you speak, everybody's listening. And I feel like people admire your quietness. People admire that mystery. But let's get into the cards, okay, real quick, because, you know, we can't channel with one card. Okay. Page of Wands in reverse. I'm not taking reversals. Yeah, I am. 9 of Pentacles and then the King of Swords. Oh, period. Yo. So, what you don't see about yourself is that you can be a little bit of a picky person with who you are around, where you go, where you spend your time at, what you do, period. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I'm getting kind of nervous around you, pile number 2. But people admire like the sense of respect that you have for yourself, that you're not willing to put yourself in any scene. You're not willing to be just anywhere with just anybody. You're just not willing to be in bed with just anybody. People admire that. With the King of Swords next to the Nine of Pentacles, people also admire how financially free you are. I don't know if you own a business or a channel, whatever you do, guys, but I just feel like you have like this like sense of always being financially well off. Like people look at you and feel like you're financially well off, and you're like, damn, Jayleen, I got a cracker on my name. Listen, hey, Pautu, you don't look like it. You don't look like it, but people just feel like you look so financially stable. They admire that of you. Always put together, in the finest gear, in the finest clothes, hair always done, you know, cars always nice, shiny, home is always looking good, matching pillows. So yeah, like Power 2, I just feel like what you don't see about yourself is that people just love your attitude. And you just might have like a plain old freaking attitude. You're probably quiet, but when people get you startled, that's it, baby. You turn the cracker on, the firecracker, not the cracker, but you turn the firecracker on. And it's like, some people, they might underestimate you. And then when they get that blow of surprise, like, whoa, it's not who we thought it was. You know, people admire that, you know, because it's like a surprise box. You're like a surprise box. Like, you know, let's try it out. Oh, not what I was expecting, but damn. You know, type pleasing. Okay, so with the King of Swords, I just get somebody with an extremely strict and serious attitude. Somebody quiet. Somebody determined. People admire all those qualities about you. I feel like you have like a very different type of look to you. When it comes to your sense of style, you have a really peculiar a different type of style that just, I don't know, man. Like, listen, to put the things together that you put on, it's just, you know, not just anybody dresses like you. So it's surprising to people that your sense of style doesn't match your personality. Just had to put that out there. Or your looks doesn't match your personalities. And I said personalities. You guys probably have multiple personalities, and people like that. People admire that. How you're just so different all the time. People don't know what rainbow they're gonna get today. The taste of what today? Sweet, sour, tart. Is that a flavor? Tart. Okay, let me get back into this. Let's see here. So, damn, 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the Empress. So, yeah, good looking, Pal, too. You're very good looking, but you're very creative. And not even creative, but you're so different. So, what you don't see about yourself is that you carry like a different type of vibe. Super different. Like goth, whatever it is. What's that other style called? Vintagey. You know, classy, whatever it is, guys. You just give it all. It's giving, baby. The style is giving. How to, because people admire how you have such like you look like you have a lot of love for the people around you, like your family, your kids, your dogs, your pets, your cats. People admire that. People admire how like lovable you can be with those like closest to you. Like, you're not lovable with anybody else. I mean, I'm not saying you're not lovable, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you're just not open like that with everybody else. But when they see that other side of you, that loving, lovable side of you with other people, it's just kind of admirable. Like, wow, they actually are very, very lovable. I'm not saying you're not lovable, but guys, I get more like a more serious energy with you. I don't know, Pal, too. Something about you is just far more serious than any other pile, which I only did one pile, but you just seem serious. But it's like a serious cool, okay? It's not like a serious mean. It's a serious cool. Like an overwhelmingly mean person. No, guys. You're serious, but it's hot. It's sexy. Kind of alluring. Let me get back into this. People admire how you are in the public eye. Some of you guys are in the public eye. I had to let you guys know that. Oh, you're meant to be in the public eye. People admire that. People admire how committed you are to be in the public eye, or like how you're so sure that you're gonna be in the public eye. People admire how other people admire you, and you don't see that about yourself. Maybe you think that, you know, you're just regular. You know, you have other competitors, you have other people that do what you do, so people don't think you're different. But people actually admire who you are as a person, regardless of the millions of people that are probably just like you. They admire you. It's like something about you, Pao-2. Very different. Very peculiar. Let's see here. What my Pao don't see about themselves that others admire. So 6 of Pentacles next to the Justice and the 9 of Swords. So yeah, you could have been attracted to Pao 1, because I got that too for Pao 1. The 9 of Swords. Okay, so people admire how fair you are with other people. You just like, you fight for rights. You can be like a feminist, like pro-choice, whatever political stance you in. You just are for the people. You are just, you know, somebody that is very giving, but to the world and to everybody around them as well. So yeah, people can see how kind you are with those that you dearly love with the 6 of Pentacles and with the Justice. It's like you bring justice in any situation. People admire how you don't pick sides when it comes to situations. You just see things for how they are, wrong or right. Doesn't matter who it is in your life, you know. Like, you know, let's put an example. Your friend did something horrible to somebody else. You're going to tell your friend, listen, you were really off for doing what you did. And you're going to keep it real. And people admire that about you. Not a lot of people, you know, people love bandwagon what they people do. You know what I'm saying? You know, their love or their friend could legitimately kill somebody and they'll be like, yeah, but it wasn't their fault. No, you're not like that. Hey, the type of person you're like, yeah, bring the cuffs in, baby. You're going to jail. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you guys are just very fair. And that's admirable, you know. You don't bandwagon, you don't gang stalk, you don't hate one person because one person in your group hates them. You might stay away from them, but you're not gonna, you know, show them any hate or, you know, kind of like be mean to them. You know what I'm saying? So very fair, very just. I like that. I admire that too, Pao-2. So I admire you. Okay, what do you want to see about yourself? You know, people admire how you seem like to always get your way. Like, I don't know if it's situations, maybe you got out of jail easily. I don't know why the hell I said that just now. But listen, people just admire how you just get everything your way. People wish that they can get everything their way. I mean, you might think not, but people feel like and they see that you get your way all the time. Maybe you have like pretty privilege or money privileges or sexy privileges. You already know. Privileges because of your physical looks or you got that guap. And, you know, people admire that, which is kind of weird, but people admire it because people are like, damn, that's a good life right there. I wish I had that life. 9 of Swords. People admire how, exactly what I said earlier. You don't care how you make other people feel. Like, for real, you move how you gotta move. And it's always just next to the Justice card. Always justified. And you don't care who is gonna get mad or anything. You are not here to impress anybody. You're not here to be liked by everybody. You don't want to be liked by everybody. So, Pao-2, that's what people admire about you. That you don't care about what anybody thinks about you. You're gonna say what you feel, what you think, what's right, what's not, and that's it. You're gonna side with what's right all the time. With the balance here, when I see that balance, I think about justice. you're going to side with what's right all the time, and people admire that. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself that others admire, we have here, something is about to end for now. Thank you. Like, you don't care what's about to end in your life. You're going to move the right way, regardless of what you might think might end in your life, whether it's relationships, friendships, people, job situations. If you didn't do something at a job, you will not sit there and be disrespected. That's what I got here. I heard some of you guys are job hoppers. Way to go, man. Listen, if I could go back to the times I worked and I got disrespected, man, I would have left in a quick freaking, oh my God, man. Working is not for the weak. I admire workers. That's why I'm always nice to people that work anywhere. Okay? It's not easy at all. All right? Pile number 2. I feel like, hey, if you're a job hopper, I'm not judging, baby. I kind of admire you for that one, because not a lot of people quit their jobs like that. People feel like, oh my God, I'm not going to find another one. Oh my God, my bills. Like, I used to be one of those people too. Like, I used to be scared as hell to get fired from a job or quit a job. But you tell me now, baby, I'm out. Good night. But like, people admire that about you too. Like, I'm sorry, Paul, too, but I just like, I have this like idea in my mind of somebody with like different uniforms, like different job uniforms in their closet because of all the jobs they got fired or like you quit from. But way to put that respect on your name, okay? It's time to become a great leader. So, Paul, too, very admired. For real, you're so admired by a lot of people. You're liked by a lot of people, okay? You don't have like a great first impression. I don't know why I got that, because maybe you have like a resting bitch face. Maybe you're like a little bit serious, as I said in the beginning, but you have like great leadership skills, and people admire that. People feel like, wow, like you really are the boss. You're the leader of the crowd. You're the leader of the group, always. You've attracted wonderful news. So yeah, people admire how good of a life you live. Like, you live in luxury. I'm sorry. You live in luxury. And if, you know, luxury can mean so many different things for different people. Luxury can be like waking up in the morning and going fishing. For some, luxury is waking up in the morning and drinking a good cup of coffee. Damn, I couldn't even say cup of coffee. But like, people just admire the way you live. It's just so authentic. It's just so like homey. It's just so like, damn, I wish. Dragonfly mermaid. So you might also have like a really nice body, and you might not see that. You might always want to work out, do diets, but like, I'm here to tell you, people admire that body of yours. People admire the way you look. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself, the others admire. The Fool. Exactly. Carefree. Like, you don't care who you hurt in the process of living your life. You don't care how many jobs you got to quit till you know, you find the right job that's comfortable and not toxic. Like, you don't care what the Fool. So people love like this careless attitude that you have. Power number 2, King of Cups, and then we have here the 9 of Swords again. So people also admire how, again, you just treat everybody very fairly. You don't have like favorites in your life. You don't treat people differently in your life. And it's like, okay, except if it's your kids or your mom, I understand that. But like, people see that you have such like a fairness to you, and you are constantly living in a way where you're not caring about people's opinions, and you don't care what people, like how people are gonna feel, or like how people are gonna react to what you do. Like, you just do it. Pile number 2, and that is very admirable. Like, it's like your job, like your boss tells you, oh, don't take more than a 15-minute break. You probably be the one that take a 20-minute break, and you don't care. And you probably are admired for that like rebellious type of energy. So yeah, definitely a rebel here. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. We have here the Power of the 3, Clean Up Time, and Ghost people. Yeah. You have like such a rebellious type of attitude. But people admire how you always seem like the boss of yourself, always. And with the cleanup time, it's like people also admire you for the fact that you don't care who you cut out of your life. You'll cut out the fucking deli guy. If you know what's a deli, the grocery man, whatever. You cut that man off. You'll cut off anybody in your life that doesn't resonate, that doesn't show you love, that doesn't show you the same appreciation. And people admire that because people love a person that is strong and sides with themselves. Yo, people love people that love themselves, okay? People admire that. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you don't tolerate anybody's BS. And I feel like that's why people admire you. You might think that you're very cold or mean or like, you know, your relationships don't last. But, you know how many people are in like ridiculously toxic situations, friendships, because they're just scared to leave them behind, or they're scared of the way that they're gonna make them feel. Like, you know, so you putting yourself first, people admire that always. Cleanup time, cleaning up the mess. Mildew fairy, cleaning up the mess around you, the fake people, the fake supporters, the fake love, you know. Cutting off who you have to cut off, regardless of the attachments or what you think is gonna happen or the end result. Cutting off that people's joy. Cutting out people from your job. Cutting anybody that you gotta cut off. Period. We have here the Knight of Cups, and then we have here the Nine of Wands, and then we have here the Five of Wands in reverse. Thank you. Not caring about the chaos behind. For my peace, Pal2, I heard for your peace, you'll cut off the whole world. And people admire that. People admire how people try to drag you in situations and you still turn out to stand strong and be who you are and not fall for the temptations of being stuck in situations that don't resonate with you. Toxic and crazy people that don't want to change and don't want to, you know, and don't want to be positive, you know. So people admire that. The way that you can move from crowds of people. You don't care to be the sheep. You don't care to be the outsider, to walk away. You don't care. You don't care how you make other people feel based on your decisions. Very rebellious. And I heard a fighter and somebody that's not a pussy, you know? Somebody that's not gonna let people push them around or tell them what to do with their lives. None of that. Okay, proud too. So people admire that. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself, Ace of Wands. That you bring a lot of peace to a lot of people's life. You bring a lot of positivity into people's life. You haven't like known or noticed, but you have inspired a lot of people to move forward in their life. You have inspired people to go after their goals. You've inspired people to stand up for themselves as well, pile number 2. 3 of Wands with the 9 of Wands. So yeah, like, you're the type of person that you're not gonna slow down for just about anybody. People admire that. People admire how strong and independent you are, because if you're codependent, you let people run over you. But if you're independent, who can tell you what? And people admire that independence that you have. The fact that you have your own ideas, you have your own opinions about others and things. You're not easily to follow a crowd. If anything, the crowd follows you, pal, too. That's what I'm getting here. With the Moonology, your hard work is paying off. So people believe that, you know, people see you as hardworking. People see you as somebody that's consistent in their job and whatever they're doing. And, you know, for my job hoppers, people just see you consistent in finding something that's good for you, knowing your worth. So you're consistent in knowing your worth and standing up for yourself, pile number 2. So that's admirable, okay? New Moon in Capricorn. It's so admirable how you are putting your life together. You're making your life be for you. You're creating your own life, and that's admirable. Like, you have everything handled in your life. Everything seems so perfect from the outside. And I hope it's the same in the inside, okay? Because I know some of us, we go through a couple things here and there, but nothing to overpower our happiness, okay? So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 3 with the pen, what do you not see about yourself that others admire? Oh my God, this title is such a tongue twister, for God's sakes. Okay, let's get here. One card off the jumbo deck. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. Let's see here. What my pals don't see about themselves that other people admire. Let's go. Temperance. Okay. All right. The peacemaker. You are the peacemaker. You're the person that brings people together. You always bring justice in situations. You're like the type of person that you can clarify things for other people. I feel like you guys might be a tarot reader. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's okay. But with the temperance, somebody very admirable. And I think it's because of your attitude. I think it's because of the way that you carry yourself. You're not quick to pick sides. You're not quick to start arguments, start fights. You're such like a peaceful type of person. You mind your own business. You're in your own lane. You don't bother with anybody. You don't start drama. You don't start like gossiping about people. And I feel like that's what's so admirable about you. Let's see here. We have here the Three of Cups. Thank you. Somebody that can collab with just about anybody, pile 3. Four of Pentacles. And then we have here the Queen of Wands. So people also admire your beauty. You can be very beautiful. You can just have like an effortless, beautiful look to you. And with the Three of Cups, it's like you can relate to just about anybody. And you can get along with people. That's what people admire about you. That you can just get along with just about anybody. You're like a great person to collaborate with. I also feel like you have like a mysterious vibe to you. Like, yeah, you could collab with the world, but pile 3, you have like this mysterious vibe where like people cannot know how you truly feel about anything. And you have like control over your emotions. Like somebody can downright make you mad and you'll be the type of person to control it, pile 3. And people admire that. People admire a person that can sometimes control their emotions and just not let anybody get them out of their shell, period. Having power over you. We have here the Four of Swords in reverse, and then the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. People admire how energetic you are. You seem like very energetic, always on the go, 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 go. Always on vacation, always working, gym, work gym, go take care of the kids, go take care of the dogs. Like you're somebody that's like a multitasker, got a lot of things for them going. And people just admire how you keep going. Even if you don't see any changes or anything like improving for you, like you just keep going. And people admire that because, you know, some people are just used to other people quitting all the time. And it's like, you don't quit. You don't give up in whatever you're doing. If you're going through a weight loss transformation, you're not going to give up. If you're going through a new job career that you're trying to manifest, you're not going to give up. What you don't see about yourself that others admire, Ace of Pentacles. People admire how good with your money you are. Maybe you're like financially responsible. You like budget, like you write down your expenses. You're just very like financially responsible. And people admire that about you. Even like your family members. With the Temperance next to the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you don't entertain situations that don't bring you any justice or any peace. So people, you're like pile number 1 in a way. Like you're such like a silent like person that cuts off people. Like you don't have to make a loud, you know, not entrance. What's the opposite of entrance? Like when you leave, you don't have to leave like being loud. Like you just like slowly move yourself from people that don't add value to you. People also admire how you can just move out of like a state or move across the country and just have a good life there too. Like you could just, you're like a very livable person. You could live anywhere, pile 3. People also admire how athletic you are. I also got like somebody that goes to the gym a lot, or somebody that dances, like or does yoga. Somebody that's very like flexible with their body. And people admire that. People wish that they had that energy, that, you know, stamina that you got, that strength. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. A magical protector is there for you. So people love your faith. Maybe you're like into spirituality, or you're really into your religion. People love and admire how faithful you are to what you believe in, your faith. People love how you, people admire how you just follow the, you know, any like, what's it called? I was gonna say holidays, but it's more like following like your faith and the rules, or you know what you're accustomed to, or the norms of your faith. You must choose, and my life is sweet. So yeah, people admire you for being a very decisive person. I feel like you make decisions for yourself. You don't ask for opinions or anything. So people admire how sure you are about yourself. And then with my life is sweet, people also admire how structured and balanced your life is. I got the temperance twice. So this is something like very balanced, pick a fence type of lifestyle. Like people feel like you live the perfect lifestyle. You have the perfect family, the perfect children. You just have everything, the perfect career, the perfect life, Pile 3. I heard for some of you guys, perfect hair, you know? So something about your life seemed perfect, and that's what people admire about you. What does my pal don't see about themselves that other people admire? We have here the 3 of Pentacles again, the Wheel, and then the Ace of Swords. So yeah, people admire how you're willingly like able to move on from situations, people in your life. People admire that. People admire a person that stands out from the crowd. People admire you because you make decisions for yourself. You don't let other people control your life. And you might be inspired a lot by the people around you. You get a lot of inspiration, but you don't let it hold you down, you know? Just because somebody helped you out doesn't mean that you get to go through all the pains by having them in your life because they once helped you. Like, you're very, you love unconditionally, and people love that about you. You love unconditionally, but when it's time, it's time. And people love how you respect yourself. People admire how you have so much respect for yourself and how much you take care of your mental health. People also admire how you care about other people's emotions. You're not judgmental. You're not rude, standoffish. You don't try to make it seem like you're doing better than others, although you can really show that off, but you don't, Pile 3, and people admire that. What you don't see about yourself that others admire, the past returns for a time. People admire how you don't let other people from your past come back to your life. Like, you know those people that forgive people and like, yeah, you stabbed me in the back, popped my tires, broke my windows, but hey, that happened 2 years ago. We could be cool now. Like, you're not that type of person. You're not letting nobody back into your life, and people admire that. People admire that resilience, that strength. The natural world needs you. Yeah, people also admire how you're into like nature, birds, butterflies, gardening, anything that has to do with nature. People admire that about you, that you're so into nature, recycling, caring about the planet, using, metal straws, whatever you do to change the planet. People adore that about you. A tempting offer has the high price. So Pile 3, I get here that you're not easily tempted, and that's what is so admirable about you. Like, let's say you're on this strict diet, no carbs, whatever. That's an example, guys. I'm not saying don't eat carbs. And somebody tries to offer you carbs. Your family's like, here, have some rice here. And you're like, no. You're very resilient in whatever you put your mind to. You're very, oriented in what you're doing. Because, this little plant, when it closes its mouth, it doesn't open it back up. It's like, no, I made up my mind. I'm not doing that. I'm not going back. If I said I'm reading for 3 hours, I'm reading for 3 hours. I don't care who's coming. I don't care who it is who. I'm doing what I got to do. People admire that resilience. Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself that others admire. We have here the Seven of Cups, the Hangman in reverse, and then the Tower in reverse. Yeah, somebody that can control their emotions. Somebody that doesn't let people know that they're angry, you know. I mean, you're not a manipulator. Like, you don't just stop talking to people for no reason. Like, you're not that type of person. But if somebody does something very significantly horrible to you, you're just gonna keep it. You're gonna keep moving forward. You're not gonna, you know. There's no explanation to that. There's no closure. With the Tower in reverse, like, you're the type of person that you can control your emotions. You're not quick to erupt or destroy everything because, you know, you're not the pilot, whatever. You just move forward. And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like people also admire how you bring the opportunities to you. Maybe you didn't come from a wealthy family. Maybe you didn't come from, like, a lot of opportunities, but you just made it happen for yourself. And people admire that. People admire how far you got into your career, or how you're the type of person that you just make things happen for yourself. You just bring the wealth to you. You bring the love to you. People also admire how you could be alone. How can you do bad all alone and you're not scared to be alone? Let's see here. What you don't see about yourself. 10 of Pentacles, that you live a good life and people admire that. 10 of Pentacles. You got, like, everything put together in your life. Pile 3. Like, I don't even know what to say for you anymore. Like, it's a lot of good cards. Then we have here the 10 of Cups again. And then we have here the Ace of Cups in reverse. People love how you just have, like, a really good life and you just don't rub it off in people's faces. Like, you understand that not everybody is as lucky as you are or have the things that you have, but you're not quick to, like, show it off or, like, you know, be standoffish or anything, Pile 3. So people admire you for that. People admire your humbleness, you know, how mature you are as well. People admire your maturity. Like, you might be super mature for your age, or, like, super wise as well. Let's see here with the Moonology deck. Emotions are running high. So, and it came in reverse. So it's literally letting me know that people admire how you keep how you feel about others to yourself. And I know sometimes that could be draining, you know, not letting out the way that we feel and things. But it's like you do it in a way where you're not going to let people get the best out of you. You're going to have that. You're not going to let people have power over you. Let other people's words, actions have power over you. Instead, you're going to take your power and you're going to move away. And people admire that. People admire how powerful you look. You just stand in your power constantly. The way you just carry yourself. You're just like a handmade boss, like a self-made boss. You just look like a leader, like a full-blown leader, Pile 3. Through your actions and through your emotions and the way that you carry yourself and speak to other people. You can just speak to about anybody, and that's admirable. You know, I was saying earlier about the type of people that, you know, you just meet them and they just don't like you for no reason. And I feel like you're the type of person that you just get along with just anybody. I feel like anybody that has a problem with you, Pile 3, has a problem with themselves, because you're just not looking for problems. And people admire that. People admire a person that's always, like, looking at the positivity of things constantly. Never the overthinking of things or, you know, doing too much. So that's what people admire about you. And I also get the sense, like, that you guys might be as well very independent, or you're like, you like to be alone. And people admire that. Not a lot of people can, you know, be alone and be okay. Some people have to speak to somebody every day. I mean, I'm not shaming you guys for that. I'm just saying, some people can't relate to that, but people admire that because people feel like you're super strong. You're so sure about yourself. The fact that you can be all alone and not need people and have it all together in your life. And, you know, maybe you're like a single mom or something, and people just admire that about you. How you're just building your own family and doing what you have to do to be successful. And you don't have to be a single mom, but you're doing what you have to do for yourself to be successful, to bring yourself up, to level yourself up, even your health. So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.